Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is Friday. This is August 12th. Wow. And I feel like I'm forgetting something saying that. And I don't have my pen over here. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I don't have a pen and I'm moving this chair up so that maybe Patty won't jump up right there and knock the camera over. But I did have a finish this week. I've worked on some of my whips this week. Not a lot of them, but a few. But I'm super excited about my finish. We had some questions and comments. I have some good shares. So let's see here. Okay, I will flash this in real quick for just a second, but it is one that y'all know I've been working on for my sister. I grabbed it at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance, but she loves her plants and is so good with her plants, and so I saw this and thought of her instantly. So I'm about halfway done. Her birthday is October the 1st, so I should be able to have it finished, and I'm hoping to finish it on a little hope I find a little, like a cheese box, or you know, like the antique cheese box, whatever they're called. If not, I'll just find a little paper mache hat box and put on it. But I thought I would put it in there, and then she could have it to put something in, or just to have. But she loves her plants. I switched out the satin leaves for, I think it's called herringbone stitch. There's chain stitch around the edge. I'll do a satin stitch on the flowers. So, and it's a back stitch on the stems. So this was in the clearance over at Hobby Lobby by the thread. Why it was not on the embroidery aisle, I don't know. When y'all figure that kind of stuff out, y'all let me know, and we'll both know. But the girls did start school yesterday. They had a good day, but they were, after one day, they said they were ready for a day off, which is probably not gonna happen. So they went on this morning, and they were so cute. Yesterday, Kimmy had a little dress with pink white stripes, and it had like a old school Ticonderoga pencil on it, you know. And then she had these little knee socks. And I don't know if y'all have Instagram or Facebook. I think it went to both my stories. Her little knee socks looked like pencils. They were so cute. It had a little pencil bag, but her mama didn't let her carry the pencil bag because that was just something else to keep up with. So, but they'll come over here tonight and we'll spend the night. When I get done, I'm gonna go straighten up. Andy's gonna meet me and we're gonna straighten up over at Keely and Bebe's. They've been on vacation this week. And her sister's been there watching the dogs, the cat and everything. So we're just gonna run over and straighten up and make sure that when they come home, the house is, you know, nice and everything. I think Baby she may go straight back to school on Monday, I'm not sure. So that'll be a nice little treat for them to come in and things to be straight, and them not have to worry about anything but just the laundry they brought back. So that's gonna be a fun afternoon because I'll get to see Annie and we'll get to do something nice. So we're excited about that. And I have something in my eye as always. What else is new, right? Okay, that one, I need to flip that way. I got out, because I had my finish, which I'll show in a few minutes, I did get out another one of my whips, but you know what, we'll do that one last. I worked on my salt box, Baltimore salt box. And I don't think y'all can see the table, no you can't, hallelujah. With that needle and thread, it's Baltimore salt box. I changed the gold out for my Wicked Stepmother Misty. Here, it is looking, and I thought I brought a board over here. I did. I brought clips, but I didn't bring a board. Well, we'll just go like this. That way you can see a little bit of it. Because it's kind of hard to hold the way it's shaped. But this one is a beauty to stitch. I didn't get a ton done on it because I wanted to focus on finishing my Language of Liberty, which I'm super excited about. I'm sure y'all saw it in the cover. But I'm so stoked about having it done. So I got my star in my door and I finished across the bottom of the house. But look how beautiful that Misty looks built in the house. So here it is in the gold tones and the browns. I liked it more with a little bit of blue. I'll put the gold in the center of the flower still, but I wanted mine to have more of a blue look to go with my red and blue summer theme. So I love it. I had to shorten it because of course I screwed up and didn't, even though y'all sent me a corner gauge and I tried to use it, I didn't pay enough attention. So I had to cut off part of my house there. So my house will be more square. This last row of windows right here is gone. So if you look, you can see I cut it off. So it'll just be the door and windows on this side and then windows down here. So I still think it's fine. It's gonna be fabulous. It's a beautiful pattern. And my mistake in no way makes it less beautiful. We're gonna say I just customized it, right? That's how we're gonna go with that. I customized it. Yeah. Yeah. But it was, I stitched on it, seemed like on the weekend. I think I stitched on it a little bit, maybe Saturday night. We had the girls Friday night, so I don't think I stitched any Friday night. So I think I stitched on it on Saturday is when I stitched on it. It's beautiful and I love it. The fabric is Floss and Fabric. I think it's Vintage Country Mocha from Floss and Fabric. It's 32 count. Okay, now this little guy here got his belly filled in. He's gonna be part of a little needle book. He is the Waving Gingerbread Man. And he is in the, I say the 2019 Christmas Ornaments issue. And he is adorable. And here he looks like this. But I'm not gonna put his Santa hat on, and I'm not going to give him his candy cane. So I'll put his little buttons on, his face and everything, but I'm just gonna have him holding a needle up. I'm gonna try to get him holding a needle and thread. So that's him there. And then I'm working him 1/1 on a piece of just 22 count heart hanger, I believe. No, I'm a liar. This is a piece of 28 count, a little scrap of 28 count. So he's gonna be small. I guess that's why he's so much, that's why he's so tedious. I kept thinking I used to work in heart hanger all the time when I started cross stitching. Why is this just a little bit slow? But that's why, because he's 28 count. So I'm doing him 1/1 on 28 count. So I filled in all his little body. His legs were done, and that was, and then the outline of his arm and stuff. So I filled in all his little tummy this week, and I'm hoping to get his arm and neck finished this week, and then just his little noodle will be left to do next week. So, and then I'll work him into a little needle book. Like I said, I didn't get a ton done on him, but I got some, so he deserves a show. Now, because I got a finish, I pulled out one of the next one I think is closest to finish. I'm doing this like the Dave Ramsey, okay? This is the Dave Ramsey cross stitch method. I'm sure somebody else calls it something else, but that's what it makes me think of. Because when I looked at them and tried to decide which ones I could finish the fastest and which ones I wanted to finish, you know, like really fast. So, like I finished, who last week? Patriotic Barn Trio last week was one. And then this week I finished my Language of Liberty. Then I'm working on my Quaker Pumpkins. So that was the one I pulled. Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews. And y'all know it has been killing me because we have discovered that my brain does not do diagonals well. I don't know why. Y'all sent me all the tricks and tips and they do help, but I'm still struggling when it comes to diagonal stitching. So as beautiful as Quakers are, they probably are not a part of my future. I will let them go because they are too rough for me. But here's the original pattern. It's Quaker Pumpkins. It's by Hello from Liz Matthews. It is absolutely gorgeous. It came out. I thought it said right on here somewhere, 2020. So I worked on it, I guess I started on it last year maybe, and I love it. I did, I think these are just the called for colors on here. There's not very many of them at all, but they are gorgeous. Look at that, so pretty. It's on this hairy linen that I don't like. I think it's 28 count. I'll have to go back and look in my notes, but I'm no fan of this linen at all. But we're gonna flip it this way. And I think I can just stick it on here like this. And it won't be perfect, but it'll be okay. Help me hold it out, because it's long. It's long, and I have a plan. I came up with a plan last night. I was watching Lori Holt. I haven't got to do much watching yet, but the girls went back to school. So the girls went back to school yesterday, and so, oh, that wasn't that bag over there. Look, I had a little more time to do what I wanted. So in between doing other things, I had turned on, I watched Carol at Salt Lake Stitcher, her most recent episode, and then I watched Lori Holt. And, you know, she has the heritage wall, she calls it, I think. And she was talking about putting her mom and her sisters and something on, initials on a piece. And she has some beautiful things going. If y'all haven't seen it, of course, she and Carol both. Carol has a little whip thing that she's kind of going through. She showed, and of course, they're stunning. But Lori's are also cute. She always has such cute things. And so she said that she had this heritage wall, and she was thinking about putting her and her mom and her sister's initials. And it just clicked in my mind, my Quaker pumpkins. So here we have here. So it has 5 pumpkins. And then here is mine. Yeah. So I'm working on my 4th pumpkin, and I have one more on this side over here. The colors in it are just gorgeous. But it got me thinking that I have here in these spaces, and this is fall, of course, this is like a major fall piece. And something when she said that clicked in my brain. My mom's birthday is 9/1. My sister's birthday is 10/1. My daughter's birthday is 9/26. My niece's birthday, my sister's youngest, birthday is, I'm gonna say it wrong, 10/28. Is it 10/28 or 10/30? Oh my gosh, my brain's went totally blank. Anywho, Shelton's, and then there's the other pumpkin over here. And I can put Aria's, because Aria's is 9/6. So there is a perfect line of fall birthdays of the women in our family. And of course, my sister isn't planning on having any more kids, and I'm not having any more kids. So my daughter isn't. So it's perfect. It fits out perfect. So I have one little corner. I think I'm going to use the corner on the front end, which would be this one. And I'll do some kind of motif here, maybe one of the little blackbirds up in here, maybe. If not, just one of the quilt motifs. And then I will put their initials and their date of birth down. I don't think I'll put their names. I think I'll put their initials, but I could be wrong. But I thought, oh yay, thank you, Lori. That is fabulous. So if y'all haven't, she has, she's very organized and has little floss cards on the back. And I think that's a great idea, which I didn't do yet. I haven't finished out my Jessie Watson on the back. But she puts a little pocket on there, like a library card pocket, and she puts info. So I was just gonna write on the paper, on my finished paper on the back, to say that my Jessie Watson, you know, was my mammy, and her name and Paul's name and all the kids' names that had initials and their date of birth and stuff. But she even, in her little pockets, puts a little picture, a little photocopy picture of that person. I thought that was genius, and I loved it. So I may try to find a picture of Mammy and put all that. I may just still put mine on the back, like tape it on the back somehow, so you can just see it if you look at the back of the thing. Like put it with packing tape on there, I don't know. But I love that notion to even have a photo of them on there. I thought that was great. So that really inspired me to get going with this one. So I was like, well, that's gonna be the next one that I'll finish then, and then I can display it this year. I may give it to Micah for her birthday. Oh my gosh, she'll probably hear that. I don't know. It depends on if she wants it. She is very kind of minimalist. She does decorate for holidays, but they don't do like tons of fruit and stuff like I do. They keep it not to a minimum, but they keep it less than I do. Not that that's saying much. Because there's nothing about me that could be called minimal, either one. I'm always over the top and too much, like Charles. I'm always too much. But, hey Charles. Hey Jude, and anytime I say hey, I have to say Jude. But I'm enjoying this, even the fuzzy linen, but with the light on. I even worked on it some last night, and that was fun. So those are my whips this week. So I had 4 whips and a finish. Yes? No, 3. 3 whips and a finish. So the 4 pieces I worked on this week. And my finish is my Language of Liberty banner from Hands On Designs. It is part of her Banner Year series. It was a gift, and I have loved it, and I'm so excited. So this week I'm going to try to FFO it so I can show it to y'all next week. It's a lot of FFOing though, so. But the girls aren't here. Catch may be here Wednesday, but the girls aren't here, so that does, you know, free up time that, not that I can't work on anything when they're here, but when I FFO something like this, I'm gonna have that whole counter over there covered with fabric and batting and glue and iron. And I mean, everything will be everywhere, right? So it's hard to have that kind of stuff strode out and expect kids not to want to mess with it, right? And there's a lot to those pieces. I mean, if you look, we've got fabric, we've got rickrack, we've got a little rag strips in between. It has twine. It's gonna have mat board. It's gonna have your finished stitching piece. You're gonna have to have 1, maybe 2 kinds of glue. I mean, this is a lot. And that's fascinating to little hands. That is super fascinating to them. And so it's not fair to me in my mind, because I know how I am. I am a tactile person. And when I go somewhere, I wanna be touching stuff and picking stuff up and looking at stuff. And so I don't want to be worried about it and fussy with them about it. I don't think that's fair. So I don't usually do big finishing when they're here. I might finish a little bit of something, but that's a lot to me, that's a lot to expect them not to want to mess with. That is way too much. So that's just my little, So while they're at school now this week, I can drag all that out and make a big old mess and finish it and then pick up my big old mess and be done by the time I see them in the afternoon. So I think they're gonna, if I'm back from Maypearl, they will be over here right straight this afternoon after school. So I have been missing them because they stayed with their mama on Wednesday, so she could have one last day with them. She is their mother, so I try not to steal them all the time, even though I want to. So they were with her on Wednesday, and they got up and they went to the park and the splash pad and everything, and they went and just had a fun day. the weekend before, their daddy was in town. Justin was home. He travels a decent amount. So he made sure to be home, and they had what they call their yes day. And it's not a full yes day, I don't think. Or maybe the girls just aren't as wild as the movie, which if you haven't watched that little movie, Yes Day, it's so cute. But they went to the American Girl store and all. I think Aria bought an outfit for Emerson. And oh my gosh, Kimmy showed me what she bought for Kira, and I can't remember what it was. Yike. Don't tell her. I'll be in trouble. But, so, you know, they had some fun time with them before school starts. And so they were just with me on Tuesday, so I didn't see them on Wednesday. And yesterday, we didn't try to go over there in the morning and see them. They are combining 2 elementary schools because the new one that these other kids are supposed to be in is not finished. So, 2, or at least 1.5, I think 2 though, have had to combine. And that's a lot. And so the pickup line and the drop-off line and all that have been insanely long, and the meet the teachers and all that, it's a lot. So we didn't try to go over there. We just FaceTimed them and stuff, and then they FaceTimed me this morning. So that was a lot of fun. But back to my language of liberty. I just used the fabric it came with, and it came with all these beautiful colored cottons. Here. They're so pretty. And ta-da! Let me see here. They all fit. Maybe they all fit right there. Yeah. I stinking love them. I did her. She was my last one with her. It says kites, but I thought they're flags. Maybe they're kites. I thought they were flags. I thought she had 2 flags she was waving, but they have just some Smyrnas, a little bit of back stitch, not a lot. And they are super, super pretty. But they're a triangle. And I don't think I've ever finished anything in triangle. So this will be something else for me. A lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. So I will work on my Quaker pumpkins a lot this week. I'm trying to say pumpkins instead of not pumpkins. But I will try to work on it this week and get a lot done. I'm hoping I can finish it this week. And so that will be another one off of my 19. So now I'm down to 17. That pushed me to 16. And because that's a lot of whips for me. I know that's not a lot for some people, but that's a lot for me. That is a whole lot for me. And before I forget, Ann had asked about my eyeshadow. And I had it right here somewhere. Lord have mercy. Y'all, here it is. This is I just put on my day-to-day makeup today. Sometimes I put on darker lipstick so I don't look dead when I film. But this is Stay With Me CoverGirl 24-Hour Matte. And now I put a gloss on top of it, and it does stay on. I mean, you can count on this. The gloss will make it come off faster. But this eyeshadow, and one of y'all have sent me one of these since I had mine running out, and then one of y'all sent me this one. Mine was running out. Y'all sent me this one during the pandemic. And I love this, and I'm gonna have to go searching again. It is Wet n Wild, The Naked Truth. Wet n Wild Color Icon, The Naked Truth. And I love it. To me, it doesn't look weird, like a bright color like that. So I hope that helps, Anna. I hope you can find it because I'm gonna have to go be finding me one too. Haley, hello and welcome. She was another fellow Texas Stitcher, so hello there. And new. Karen, my outdoor clotheslines both came from Amazon. I don't know if I can, okay, before we get done, I'll try to go out again like I did the other day. This one is an umbrella one. It is not the cheapest one on there. I got the more expensive one. I think it was nearly $100, but I'm loving it. The other one is just a camping clothesline, and I think that's what it's called. It's a camping clothesline, and I have it on the pergola, so Like if I have something like big sheets and things like that, I can run them from one to the other because they're longer. You know, it's a long one. These aren't quite as long, so if I put my sheets on yet, I fold them in fourths and put them out there. But as hot as it is here, it's dry like that anyway. It don't matter, but I do love it. Okay, Audrey sent us another North Irish saying, and I love it because I have this thought a long time. Quit your talking. And like, if you get mad at somebody, like you say, you know, hush it. Well, that's what I'd say, hush it. I try not to say shut up. And if you say shut up, you know, the girls will get on you like a duck on a June bug. You cannot be saying shut up. So I try to say hush it if somebody's going on about something they shouldn't be. But she says there's quit your talking means I already know. So I know that. You don't have to tell me. What is it James says when I get on him? James Williams will say, do you think I'm an idiot? Do I have to answer that? Because on things that I think everybody knows, he don't have a clue. Now, of course, he can take anything apart and put it back together. When we got our first big computer, I think it was a Gateway, whatever, was that the ones that come in the cow box? I think it came in a cow box. Anyway, it was a big old computer, and I think we're one of the first people in town to have one over at May Pearl, and because he loves technology. He took it apart physically, put it back together, and then figured out how to program it. I mean, because that's just him. He can fix anything that breaks in here. I thought I'd broke the disposal. I could not, I unplugged it. I couldn't find a reset switch on it. Well, hello, Patty. Patty's gonna come see us for a minute. I thought oh, you jumped up at the other end, didn't you? Yep. And I could not find I couldn't find another reset switch, but he did. Can you say hi? Oh, what's out there? Oh, look at that big crow. Can you say hi, Patty? Can you say hi? Look at here, say hi. Is there a big crow in the yard? Are you gonna get him? Go get him. Go get him. Go get that big crow. Oh, look, there's 3 or 4 out there. Oh, 5. Oh, Patty, no. Not in your yard. Lord have mercy. What kind of establishment they think you're running around here? Oh, she's mad. Now she's gonna come back and tell me she's mad again. Go get him. But, where was I? Anyway, but things that I think everybody knows, he has not a clue about. There, and there, not a clue. Not one clue. 2, he has no clue. Things like this are just beyond him. He'd say, why would they make words do that? I'm like, I don't know why they would make words do that, but they did. I mean, I have no explanation for why they would make words do that, but they did. Things like that, and things about health in your body and the way you're, I mean, I'm like, did you go to school? Did you go to school? We'll be playing Gingerbread, and he'll say, how do you know those answers? I'm like, because I went to school. But he'll be the first one to tell you he didn't pay no attention and he wish he would have. There you go. So even though he is super smart in all kinds of things, has a super high IQ, there are things that I'm just like, Lord have mercy, how do you not know that? But he don't. So quit your talking is something I would say a lot, but James Williams would say never. Because if I'm telling him something, he probably don't know it. Now, he can tell me lots of things that I don't know about any kind of machines and stuff, but on the day-to-day, I will never say to him, quit your talking, because I already know. That is not, but I love that, and I think that's very effective. Yes, Georgianne, the Autumn House Trio is fabulous, and it is on my Sunday list. I love it. Shelley, Proverbs 31:22, said that misdyes are just when their colors don't come out quite like they usually do in the, in the overdyes and things. You can get variations because it is, overdyed. And so she said when they don't come out quite like they like it, then they redo it. Patty, do you think I'm talking to you, silly girl? Huh? Gail. Oh, Gail did 2 patriotic barn trios, one for her and one for her sister. All I know is you're a fabulous person and your sister must be really stitch worthy, because to stitch the same thing twice is a lot. So you're really great, and your sister must be too. Liz, I love that, and I remembered why a few minutes ago, and now it's pushed out of my brain. You were sad because a bug died, and I can't remember which one. But I feel you, and I love that. Southern Yankee Stitchers, yes, I had, Patty, you need to be careful. I had puddle jumpers for the girls when they were little, but then they got bigger and could swim so well that I donated them. And then I could not find any this summer. Now, Catch is a little small for them, but like when we're outside and, do you have to put your booty in my face? When we're outside and I'm working in the yard, I worry. I mean, he's right there with me, and of course I would jump right in. But I do put armies on him, little floaties on his arms, in case he fell in, to kind of hold him aloft till I could jump in behind him. But I mean, he's right there with me, but you know how kids do. They'll just jump right in. And people think kids splash when they don't. Drowning is quiet. Drowning is quiet because kids they're trying to breathe, and adults too. And usually people think people splash, but they don't. They stick their arms up because they're trying to reach. They're reaching. So it's usually drowning is quiet. So don't think that you'll hear your kid fall in the pool. You might not. You might not. The guy that used to teach the good swimming lessons, really good swimming lessons, since our kids were little, would take, and he would say, now parents, at the first day of swim class, he'd say, I want you to listen to this sound. I'm going to turn on the tape of a child drowning so you'll know the sound. And he turns on a blank tape because there's usually no sound. So it makes me very nervous. But he is doing swimming a little bit. I mean, I get in with him and we're putting our face in, and Dusk, I've been working with him some more this summer a couple of times. He is our only baby that didn't like the water, and now he is getting to where he likes it. So we're gonna have to get to where we can swim. I'm usually the swim teacher. Our cousins from Utah came down, and the baby I thought she was too big. She was in school. She didn't need to be having no floaties on. You need to be able to swim by the time you're in school. So we got shed of the floaties, and in that day, she could swim from one end of the pool to the other end. So it makes me too nervous. Kids need to know to swim. Now, good old girl, my grandma used to say, now don't get in that water, you don't know how to swim good, to my daddy. Don't get in the water, you don't know how to swim. I don't know. But she was a warrior. So that's not very good practice, but you know, there it is. Patricia, yes, my Esperanza, my crepe myrtle, my lantana, my Vitek, my mandevilla. I've got a couple of things that are hanging on and still blooming. My cardinal climber is starting to bloom and take over out there. The hummingbirds love it. It's just a little cheap seed, but it takes over everything. So I keep it in the planters, but they adore it. So I put it out every year, even though James Williams, it makes him nuts. Vicky in Kansas, yes, I am a terrible baby about cold. You know it. It's the truth. It is the truth. Oh, okay. And Linda, I grabbed my books. Okay. I loved my, I told you I was reading Miss Whaley's Garden. Mrs. Whaley and her Charleston Garden. I got all three of these off Thrift Books. If you don't use Thrift Books, you are missing out. Thrift Books, if you like to hold a book in your hand, which I do read on my iPad sometimes, but I really do prefer hold it. I like this one so much, and I've just been enjoying it. See, I'm just about halfway through, so I just read a little bit. That I got her Mrs. Whaley Entertains and Mrs. Whaley's Charleston Kitchen. She is a treat. This man is talking to her, and it says a conversation with William Baldwin, and all three of these he did with her. And y'all, it's a treat. It is a treat. She is probably passed by now. I haven't had the bravery to look because I'm gonna be sad. She's a precious person. I love it. And we're talking about my gardens, and oh, Cindy, I am so sorry she lost her mother-in-law this week to Alzheimer's. We talked about trying to deal with it a couple of times, and it is just, so I'm praying peace and sending some sweet memories your way. It is, Patty, I brushed her yesterday too, and look at that hair on me. I am a garden person.
Play area.
Let's see if I can turn myself down here.
Garden.
Okay, I'm gonna switch this around and see if we can see it. This was my other house, and when we moved in, there was like nothing, okay? Get these off here, get these off here, get these off here, get these off here. I don't know why these things are on here. I don't wanna hear, I don't wanna see. There we go. Oh, it went too far, okay. Still too far. When we moved into our other house, there was nothing, and so here you can, I don't know if this is gonna work. This is me, and then I flip the thing in a minute. Y'all, this is the worst. Nope, it's not. Okay, here we go, maybe. There was nothing when we moved in here. I don't know if you can see, I'm hoping you can see. I put in little fish ponds and all these plants. There was nothing here but well, nothing really of what you're seeing now. It was just a naked backyard like I have here now, which I can't live with. The patio wasn't there. We put it in the concrete.
You know how some days you step in it, like for real, but it wasn't what you think. Some days you step in Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Some days in the garage before the show. But yeah, that's what I stepped in. Yesterday was my Monday-est Tuesday of all time. Rose bushes, another flower bed. I blew off the sidewalk. AC's running. And my other pond that had sprung a leak, sad day, but is now fixed. Yay! Woohoo! Okay. So now we're going back down the sidewalk and do a quick walk.
Okay, I think then we go into the house, which doesn't matter because I don't own it anymore. I don't live there anymore, so it's okay. But that is, I don't like a naked yard. It really bothers me. Really, really bothers me. So, this is a work in progress out here. We did go junking. We found some little Fisher Price people that the kids love to play with. Look at these beautiful handkerchiefs, these old handkerchiefs I found for Kimi. I didn't find any A's, I found some K's, so I'm on the hunt for some A's for Aria to have some, because I think everybody should have a nice Kleenexes. Okay, here's the problem with me not having a pen. Lord help me. Okay, we're gonna have to keep this simple. Uh-oh, because I want to say these in case something goes crazy and the thing cuts off. These, I'm gonna tell our shares and the word to use, okay, if you're interested in the share. This is Little House Needleworks Fall on the Farm. That is so dang cute, it hurts. I adore this. Use the word fall if you're interested in that one. This is Keslin's Wicked Web. I grabbed some fall ones because it's so stinking hot, and so we can all think about fall. Keslin's Wicked Web. This is so cute, and on this red fabric, it says it's on prank. Picture this plus prank, and it is so cute. Use the word wicked. This is Post Stitches by Sue Hillis. I'm sorry, this is a Sue Hillis. Yes, I can drive a stick. Use the word yes. If you're interested in that share, use the word yes. And there's a whole bunch of her others here on the back. And here's some more little triangles. They're reverse triangles. So, you know, they're turned the other way for this, but I might try some of those. This is Country Cottage Needleworks here, Kitty Kitty. Use the word kitty. K-I-T-T-Y, like meow. And then this is beautiful, but I know I will never be able to do it after my dilemmas with Quakers. I figured this out about myself. This is Quaker Halloween by RETM. It is gorgeous. So fun, so cute. Use the word Quaker if you're interested in that one. Okay, now we also had, one of y'all wanted to see these. So I grabbed these over. I have Happy Mail too, but we'll get to that in a minute. Happy Mail, finger's not working. Okay, one of y'all had asked about, and I do have a little tutorial about how I did this. It's probably not the right way, but it's my way and it works for me because I don't have mad skills. I have barely skills. These are, and the link for this little tree is in the drop down box description, okay? Most of these I took off of other months. Okay, this guy here, he is off of February. Love is in the air, right there. I did them, I think with my sulky threads, on 30 count with sulky threads. So there's that one. I finished them all with the little red and white baker's twine around the top. So that's that guy. And I don't think any of the others are on that one. March is this one right here. And they all just have 2 or 3 colors in them. So this one is out of March of the Daffodils. You can see it down there in the corner. And here's the way I stitched it for my patriotic tree. I have never got a spring tree done, which is a sad day. But I love these. And you can, like I said, you can use, just change the color up. It's fabulous. I don't know if there's any in that one or not. Okay, this guy is this guy here. This is Patriotic July, and I did 2 of them out of here. Okay. I turned them opposite directions, or somebody did. I guess they did. Yeah. This is in Patriotic July. These are all the Blackbird Design stocking books. I know Jerry Lynn has them at Floss and Fabrics. I've seen them there. I'm sure your LNS has them also. I mean, they're not hard to get as far as I know. But I did these all with sulkies. And on the 30 count, it's 1/2 on the 30. And I adore them. I adore them. I adore this tree. Of course, the girls are always, if it's down where they can reach it, they always be turning it on. Let's see if I can get it. Because it has little lights on the end. So if they can, you know, if it's down where they can reach it, they always have to turn the lights on because that's what they do. Let's see. I don't know if there's any in, oh yeah, there is. This is in November, Thankful November. And here is on the way they did it with, I guess it's just maybe a black or a gray. And there it is with the 3 or 4 colors. That one has 3. I think one of them had to have 4. I don't know if we've looked at that guy yet. Nope, we haven't. So that one's 3. It's out of Thankful November. It looks like this on the front. It has a picture of a turkey on that one. Okay, Glorious June has this guy. I think it's the one that I had to add the 4th color. Yes, for this design here. So, see Glorious June. And then, there we go, maybe. That's the way I finished it with those colors. And like I said, these are all my sulkies. Who's left? This guy here. Let's see what month he's in. No. I thought I stitched that one though. I don't see it. No. Okay, I missed this guy. Maybe he's in March. No, May. This is called Mayflowers, and you can see it's the one right under it there in the center. They have it done with this beautiful lavender and greens, and I did mine with the 3 colors of the sulkies. And they all just have, and I have a note in one of them that says, this is one of James Williams' old shirts. So most of them have this backing on it, all but one. And that's one of James Williams' old shirts on there. This one has the red stars. But I think we got on Insta asked to see that, and I'm nearly caught up on my Insta. Lori, I know I haven't. Lori and Darley, I got so behind when I was sick, so I'm just about caught up with it. Just about caught up with everybody. So give me today, probably today or tomorrow, and I'll be done, all caught up on my Instagram with answering everybody. So thank you for your patience with me. I did switch everything around so we could talk about a little of this over behind, and we have our happy meal here. Let's see here. This is my Little House Needleworks summer one. I changed mine. I did a Texas flag. Can y'all see that? And blue bonnets. I did limeade instead of lemonade because we drink limeade here way more than lemonade, and I don't know why, but we did. Then I did it in 2020, and I think y'all can see maybe down there. The X, I put extra weird, lonely, and scary 2020. And I think those are my only changes. I changed up some of the colors and stuff, but that way I will always remember 2020 was like, Lord have mercy. That is my Summer Jubilee. This is my hats off to Uncle Sam. I think we've already talked about him. This may be a Cecilia Turner. I don't think it's a Bent Creek. And then I think this is, I should have written down on the back. It's in my notes, and this is my Language of Liberty.